As I begin this recording, a friendly reminder to please leave your audio and video disabled at all times. Nothing you put in the chat will appear in the recording. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Kristen, you're welcome to take over.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Hello. It is nice to be here doing another chair yoga session today. My name is Kristen. I'm the director of Yoga Day nonprofit here in San Antonio. We provide yoga classes primarily for children in schools and preschools and all around. So if you ever are interested in what we do, you can go to our website, www.yogadayus.org. So let's get started today. So you really don't need much. You need a chair, you need a little bit of space and some comfortable clothes, which is what I have on today. And then while you're in your chair, just ground your feet to the ground. Look down at your toes, and maybe you lift up your toes and plant them back down. Roll your shoulders down and back and close your eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose, fill up your lungs. And then very gently and slowly empty completely. Let's start with 3 long, deep breaths, just like that. Inhale through your nose, fill up your entire torso. And exhale it out. Another big breath in, fill up. And empty all the air completely out of your lungs. With your eyes either closed or open, whichever is more comfortable for you, interlace your fingers behind your head and gently tuck your chin into your chest. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck, down between the shoulder blades. Keep your elbows out wide. Make sure your shoulders are down and relaxed away from your ears, and move with your breath. So as you inhale, think about lifting your chest. And then as you exhale, maybe you get a little deeper into the stretch. Release, take your hand over your head toward your ear and stretch your arm out to the side. And then just gently pull your ear towards your shoulder. Again, being mindful that this bottom shoulder is relaxed and down, not shrugging at all. And feel the stretch in the side of your neck. The more you stretch your arm out to the right, the more you'll increase that stretch through your neck. Take a big breath in and exhale. Switch sides. Hand over your head toward your ear, stretch your arm out to the side. It helps to either look directly forward or gently up toward the ceiling. Either way, take a big breath in. Exhale and pull. And release. All right, with your hands in your lap or either resting on your armrest if you have armrest, let's do a few neck rolls. So tuck your chin into your chest and roll big rolls one way. And a lot of times you don't realize that your neck is tight until you start doing this movement. And then you realize, oh, I was holding some tension in my neck. And then go the other way. So in that way, yoga can be both diagnostic as well as therapeutic. So the diagnosis is, oh, my neck, my shoulders are tight. And then as we move, we're providing therapy, just that problem. Come back to center, and now we'll do big rolls with our shoulders. When you do these shoulder rolls, really exaggerate the motion. So you want to pull your shoulders forward and stretch through the upper back as you come forward. And then as you pull your shoulders back, you're stretching through your chest. So you're not just affecting your shoulders, you're also affecting your back and your chest. And then once you go one way, go the other. And then let's stretch our wrists. So with your fingers pointing down, palm forward, just gently give a little pull to the fingers. Feel the stretch through the wrist. And other side. Especially if you're tight like me, you might feel it through your wrist and all the way up through your forearm as well. Release, and now we'll do some hip movements. So scooting a little bit forward into your chair, bring your knee up and grab a hold of your knee, and we're going to do some circles with the knee. So circles inward, as big as you can get. It might be, depending on your flexibility, that they're smaller, and that's okay. The more you kind of do these movements and loosen your body up, maybe you can get your circles a little bit bigger. And once you do one way, do the other. And release, put that foot down, and we'll do the other side, grabbing a hold of your knee. Big rolls to the outside or inside, whichever one feels better for you at first. We'll reverse it. Do a few big rolls, lubricating the hip joint, and then opposite way. All right, place that foot down, and now we'll do a few ankle rolls. So lifting up your foot, you're actually going to be working the leg muscles as we do this. So really contract the thigh, but at the same time, some circles with your ankle. And my ankle on this side pops every time I do it. And then go the other way. And drop it down, and we'll do the other side, engaging this muscle group, right, as we work on opening up our ankles. Big rolls one way. And then reverse. And relax, both feet planted on the ground. Let's do a side body stretch, and then we'll work that into a twist. So either resting your arm on your armrest or grabbing a hold of your chair. Take your arm up and over and pull your arm over to the side. Just like before, it helps to look up toward the ceiling to keep a big gap between your chin and your chest. And then the more you pull your arm over to the side, the more you should feel a stretch through your torso. Take a big breath in. Exhale and pull. And now we'll work into a twist. So take that hand either to the outside of your chair or your armrest. Take your other hand back behind you. Pull your belly in. Lift up out of your waist. You want to lengthen your spine as tall as possible. Crown of your head stretching up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, look over your shoulder and twist. 3 breaths just like that. We just did 1. Now inhale again. Exhale, look over your shoulder, twist. Big breath in, stretch up. Breathe out and twist. And untwist, come back through to center. We'll do the other side, grabbing a hold of your armrest or your chair. Take your arm up and over. Look up toward the ceiling. Every time you inhale, think about lifting up. Every time you exhale, you pull your arm up and over a little bit more, feeling the stretch to the side of your body. Another big breath in. Exhale, pull. And now to twist. Bring your hand down to the chair. Bring your hand back behind you. Breathe in to stretch up. Breathe out, look over your shoulder, twist. Breathe in, stretch up tall. Breathe out and twist. And untwist. All right, seated cat and cow. Put your hands on your knees. And for the cow, you're going to inhale, lift your chest up, look up toward the ceiling, stretching through your throat, lifting your chest, dropping your shoulders down. Now, as you exhale for cat, look in at your belly, press your hands into your knees and round. Tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale for cow, chest up, arching through your back, draw your shoulders down. And exhale for cat. Look in at your belly, round, pull your shoulder blades apart. Last one, inhale, chin up, chest up, shoulders down. And exhale, look in at your belly, draw it in tight. And release. Come back through to center. Okay, now we're going to transition to standing. If you prefer to stay seated, you can do all of these exercises seated as well. For the side body stretch, we'll do a half moon pose. So coming to the side of your chair or behind your chair, whichever one feels better for you, you can have your feet about hip width distance apart. Take a big breath, stretch up tall. If it feels good, you can interlace your fingers, release your index finger, take a big breath, stretch up, and then pull your arms up and over to the side, getting a full side body stretch. So you kind of look like the little crescent moon when you do this. A lot of kids will call this banana pose as well. You kind of look like a banana. Take a big breath in, exhale and pull. Keep the belly in, chin up, and then inhale, come back through to center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your arms up and over. Push that hip out to the side to increase the stretch of the side body. And just like when we were seated, look up toward the ceiling. One more big breath in, chest up. Exhale, pull. Inhale, come back through to center. And exhale, arms down by your side. Okay, we'll do a couple of twists here, moving with our breath. Staying in this stance, or if you're seated, you can do this as well. Inhale, arms up, stretch up over your head. And then as you exhale, bring one arm forward, the other arm back, and look back behind you. And then again, a series of 3. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, look back behind you, twist. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, look back behind you, twist. Other side, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, one arm forward, one arm back, look over your shoulder. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look back behind you, twist. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, look over your shoulder, twist. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. And exhale, arms down by your side. Okay, we'll move into some warrior postures. A thing to be mindful of with all of these postures, or any yoga in particular, the cues are there to help you get in and out of the postures easily, therapeutically beneficial for your body. But they're also there to give your mind something to think about. If you feel like you're not good at any of these postures, or you're not doing it exactly right, it doesn't matter. As long as you're moving, as long as you're breathing, and as long as you're focused on what you're doing, you are successfully doing yoga. All right, so for this warrior, you're going to take one leg forward, the other leg back. However deep you decide to lunge determines the challenge of the posture. So if you take a short stance, that's a great choice, right? Especially if you're newer to yoga, it's not quite as challenging. If you've been doing this for a while and you want more of a challenge, you try to get a deeper stance. Not only is it a deeper hip opener, but it also strengthens that front leg, also contracting the muscles of the back leg as well. So really toning legs. So you choose the depth of your posture and then lunge down. If you can, be mindful that you can see your toes in front of your knee, and then press the outer edge of your back foot into the ground to wake up these muscles. If you're seated in a chair, your warrior is going to look like this. So you have your chair as support. All right, in this warrior, we're going to move and breathe. So getting into your warrior posture, inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. If it feels good, you can look up. All right, we're going to move as we breathe. Exhale. Warrior 2, one arm forward, one arm back. It's the same arm and leg. Inhale, look up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Keep the belly in, stretch up out of the waist, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lunge down. Get a little deeper if you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades in toward one another. Feel that open up your chest. Take another big breath in. Exhale it out. Now inhale as you straighten this front leg. And then exhale as you stretch over. Bring your hand down to your shin. And then arm up toward the ceiling. So from the side or from the front, it's going to look like this. This is triangle pose. If this is too much for you to do today, you can also use your chair. So this leg forward. Rest on your chair and stretch your arm up. So that's why we have the chair here, to help us for stability, help us for support, whatever you need to. All right, holding that triangle pose. If it feels good, you can look up toward the ceiling. If it doesn't feel good, you look straight ahead. Inhale, slowly come up, and we're going to do the other side. So now switch legs, get into your warrior posture. Determine your depth by how long your stance is. Make sure you can see your toes. Press the back foot into the ground, wake up these muscles, squeeze the glute and push the hip slightly forward. Lunge down low, be mindful you can see your toes. And then warrior 1, inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open your arms, warrior 2. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, open your arms, warrior 2. Inhale, arms up, stretch up. Exhale, warrior 2. Staying here for a few more deep breaths in this big lunge. This is also isometric holds. Lunge down low. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, draw the belly in, stretch up out of the lower back. Take a breath in and out. Another big breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale to straighten the front leg. Exhale to stretch over your toes. Triangle pose. Hand down to your shin or your chair. Stretch your arm up toward the ceiling. Again, you can either look straight ahead or you can look up toward the ceiling. And here's what it looks like from the front. Few deep breaths here. Feel the stretch in the side of your body. Breathe deeply. Inhale, slowly come back up and step your feet together. Okay, let's work on some balance. So feet about hip width distance apart. This is a great use for your chair here. If you feel a little wobbly or if you fall out, you just hold on to that chair. And then the more you do it, the more confident you become, and maybe you don't use the chair anymore. So you can either go to the side of your chair or you can go behind your chair, whichever one feels better for you. The first one we're going to do is extended leg raise pose. So shift your weight to one leg. You can have a little bend in the knee, but contract this thigh muscle. So this leg is strong and sturdy. Now, depending on your flexibility and ability, maybe you lift your knee up just a little bit. Maybe you can bring it up to a 90-degree angle. If you can hold your knee, grab a hold of your knee. If you are unable to hold your knee, not a big deal. In fact, you're using a lot of strength holding your leg up, right? Find one spot to focus on that's not moving. Push your big toe into the floor. Take a big breath in and out. Now you can stay here, or as you inhale and then exhale, see if you can open the leg out to the side, feeling the stretch through the inner thigh. And then inhale, come back to center, and exhale, come down. And if you notice, I wasn't thinking about it, but I was holding on to the chair the entire time. The other side, I won't hold on to the chair. All right, go to the other side of your chair. Feet about hip width distance apart, lift up that knee, and then again, maybe you hold it here in balance. Maybe you hold on to your knee. I like to put my hand on my hip. It helps me balance. Find one spot to focus on. Push your standing big toe into the ground. Contract the leg muscles nice and tight. Take a breath in, breath out, open out to the side. Feel the stretch through the inner thigh. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, rest it down. Tree pose. For tree pose, you can have your foot at a kickstand, just like this, where your heel is resting on your ankle, especially if you're newer. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit further, you can go to your calf muscle. If you want to go a little further, you can bring it all the way up to your thigh. So play around with it, feel what's right for you today. Push your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. That really does help with stability. Pull the lower belly in, roll the shoulders down and back, hands together in the center of your chest. Slow, steady breathing. Slow down your thoughts. Take a breath in, breath out. As you inhale, slowly stretch your arms. Breathe out. As you inhale, maybe you try to look up toward the ceiling. You'll notice that very much affects your balance. That's what we're going for. And release. Other side. Plant your standing foot into the ground, pushing the big toe down. You can start with the kickstand, the calf, or all the way up to your thigh, avoiding the knee. Squeeze the glutes, draw the belly in, hands together in the center of your chest, focus with your eyes. Breath in, breath out. You may stay here, or if you choose, challenge yourself by growing your branches, stretching your arms. Go slowly with your breath. As you inhale, maybe you begin to look up toward the ceiling, maybe. And then maybe you wobble like I just did, and that's fine too. And release, leg down. Okay, let's go back to the chair. All right, we're gonna work on the muscles of the calves. So come forward into the chair. Feet about hip width distance apart. And we're going to do about 5 reps of these. So as you inhale, come up high on your toes. Engage these calf muscles nice and tight. And then as you exhale, bring your heels down and pull your toes up, stretching those same muscles that we just used. Inhale, toes down, heels up. Exhale, heels down, toes up. Inhale, toes down, heels up. Exhale, heels down, toes up. That's 3, 2 more. Inhale, toes down, heels up. Exhale, heels down, toes up. 1 more. Inhale, heels up. Really working the calf muscles. Exhale, heels down, toes up. Great, and then just shake them out a little bit if you need to. We're going to do the same thing that we did before where we were doing the ankle circles, except for we're going to point and flex just like we did with our feet just here. When you do this, however, you're also strengthening the quads. So lift the leg up and really engage this muscle group. It is tempting to round and sink in this posture. Try to lift up out of the waist. It makes it a little bit more difficult. You're also strengthening your abdominal wall as well as your hip flexors as you do this. All right, let's do that same thing that we did on the ground. Ready? Inhale, toes away from you, heel, like your heel would be up. And then exhale, pull your toes back toward your face. Inhale, point your toes away from you, stretching the top of your foot. Exhale, toes back. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. And relax it back down. So you really should have felt your leg muscles work to hold that leg up. Let's do the other side. Lift the leg up, flex the foot, engage these muscles, tap them if you'd like. And now let's move with our breath. Inhale, toes away from you, stretching the top of your foot. Exhale, toes back, heel forward. Sit up tall, inhale, toes forward. Exhale, toes back. Last one, inhale. And exhale. And relax it back down. Shake your legs out a little bit if you'd like. All right, we will do a little bit of core work and then we'll do some gentle stretches sitting in the chair. So for the core work, we're going to do some eagle crunches as well as holding a boat pose. For these eagle crunches, you're going to first bring one leg over your other leg. So depending on your flexibility, most of us sit this way, right? But we're going to make it active here. So squeeze the legs in toward one another. So this is my legs relaxed. These are my legs working. You should feel your inner thigh muscles working as you do this. You also might feel a stretch through the outer thighs. All right, so this is eagle legs. If you have the flexibility, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, you might hook your foot underneath your calf muscle. If you don't have that flexibility, don't worry about it. Or if you do and you're like, that doesn't feel good, then do it like me. Let your foot hang. Let's squeeze the legs together. And now we're going to do the shoulders. So bring your arms out. My right leg is on top, so I'm going to bring my right arm under and I'm going to make my beak. Now, depending on your flexibility, you may not be able to bring your hands together. Totally fine. Your hands can be like this. Again, you're squeezing, and the most important thing is one elbow pocketed into the other. If that doesn't feel good, you can then grab your shoulders. Either way, we're stretching the upper back. All right, here we go, eagle crunches. We're going to do 3, moving with our breath. Inhale, look up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, try to touch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, look up. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, look up. Exhale, crunch in. And release. Shake out your shoulders, shake out your legs, and we'll do the other side. Left leg over. Again, and you might notice that one side is different than the other, completely normal. Squeeze the legs together. Again, if you can hook, I can't do it on this side. So if you can hook your foot underneath your calf muscle, great. If you're like me and you can't, just make sure your legs are active. We're using the inner thigh muscles to squeeze in. Now, arms out, left leg is on top, left arm under. Make your beak this way or this way. Again, the most important thing, one elbow into the other, right? Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, touch your elbows to your knee. Inhale, look up. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, look up. Exhale and crunch. And release. Shake out your shoulders, shake out your legs. All right, seated boat pose. The thing about the boat pose and the eagle too, but the boat pose especially, you can do this anytime you're sitting in a chair, getting a little core work. There's no excuse not to get a little core work throughout the day. It's so important for our postures and our spines. So pull the belly in, roll the shoulders back. The first step is just leaning back slightly. Notice the chair is not helping me. Lean back just slightly, and as you do this, you're going to feel your stomach muscles are already kind of click on. All right, now first you can lift one leg up. Maybe you put a hand underneath your knee. You can stay here. This is a lot of work. Or let me see if I can balance today. Both legs up. You can hold onto your knees, or as you get better, maybe you can let your hands go. And we'll hold this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it back down. You should have felt that in your stomach, also in the front of your hips, your hip flexors holding your legs up. Let's try that one more time, especially if you were holding one foot or one leg. Now this second set, you'll do the other leg. All right, lean back slightly, draw the belly in, lift the opposite leg up that you did before, or if you did both legs last time, both legs up. If you can let go, great. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. All right, let's do some stretches. So we just worked these muscles and the abdominal wall as well. So now we're going to work on stretching them. So come forward into your chair, tilt your body to one side, take this leg and stretch it back behind you. So you should feel a stretch in the front of this leg. The chair is still holding you up. This is very much like the warrior postures that we did before, except for if you can see, I'm not sure if you can, my heel is off the floor. If you can't get your heel off the floor, not a big deal at all. It just helps me to stretch these muscles. All right, hold on to the back of your chair for stability, and then bring your arm up and over, pointing your fingers back behind you. So you'll feel that stretch move from your thigh, through the hip, all the way up into the belly. Take a big breath in. Exhale, pull. Another big breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, pull. Now let's stretch that other leg. Come forward into your chair, reverse sides, take that leg, stretch it back. Again, heel can be on the floor or off. Push that hip down and forward, hold on to the back of your chair. Bring your arm up and over, feeling the stretch through the thigh, through the hip, through the belly. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pull. Big breath in, stretch up. Exhale, pull. And come on back up. All right, still sitting a little bit in the middle of your chair. This is my favorite one, a seated pigeon pose or a figure 4 stretch. So one foot is planted on the ground, bring your heel on top of your knee. Now, depending on your flexibility, which changes every day we feel a little bit different, your knee may be way up here. You never want to force these postures. These are hip opening postures, and these are big muscles here. And so if you force these, a lot of times it won't affect your hips so much, but it might affect your knee. So if you feel any pulling in your knee, especially in the inside, you back off. You don't need to go any further. If it feels good, flex your foot, sit up tall. Now you can stay right here if this is a deep enough stretch. You should feel it in this outer hip right here. To increase the stretch, keeping your spine straight, and I'm going to go to the side so that you can see me. Keeping your spine straight, you gently fold over the leg. As you fold over the leg, you're going to increase that stretch through the outer hip as well as through the lower back. Keeping your eyes maybe focused about 4 feet in front of you. Take a big breath in, draw the belly in, and then exhale, fold. Come on back up. We'll do the other side. Plant your foot into the ground. Bring your heel up. And again, you might notice some asymmetries in how one leg is and the other leg is. And so that's why we do yoga on both sides. So we start to create more balance with our bodies. Flex your foot, sit up tall, stay here, or with a straight spine, gently fold over your leg, keeping your neck nice and long. Big breath in and out. Another big breath in and out. Slowly come back up. And one of my favorite shoulder openers is something that, and chest openers, something I think that we should do every day sitting in your chair. Take your hands, thumbs pointing down, reach back behind you, grab your chair. So your chair is going to hold you up. And then you look up toward the ceiling, really pushing your chest forward. You can see me from the front. I will also show you what it looks like from the side. It's kind of a Titanic pose. Lift up, open the chest, open the throat, open the shoulders. Big breath in. And let it out. And relax. All right. Great work. We're going to end with a little seated meditation. So just get comfortable in your chair, however that is. So this little meditation, I'm going to sit cross-legged. This little meditation is something that I've been doing for years and years and years. And I've done it before. If you've done these classes before, you've probably done this before with me. But it's really also helpful to do before you go to bed at night, just helping mindfully for you to relax your entire body. So get yourself comfortable. Relax your shoulders down. Close your eyes. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Relax your toes. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Big breath in and out. Relax your belly. Relax your lower back. Relax your chest. Big breath in. Let it out. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, your elbows, your forearms, all the way down to your fingertips. Big breath in and out. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your cheeks. Relax your forehead. Relax your scalp. Take a big breath in, fill up completely. Through your nose, exhale all the air out. Big breath in, fill up your lungs. Visualize it as you do so. Exhale, empty completely. Another big breath in, fill up. Exhale, empty. Inhale, hands together in the center of your chest. Tuck your chin in slightly. Big breath in and out. All that is good within me honors and is grateful for all that is good within you. Together we say, Namaste.